Hello and welcome to my channel and my creative space. So following on my Canon R5C series, I have started looking into what lenses to get for my system and what lenses fits my needs best. And the lens I'm going to unbox today is the Canon RF16mm 2.8 to show you exactly what is inside of the box when you purchase it in the store. So opening the box, the first thing I did notice is that it's not a very heavy box. So I'm a bit excited to see actually how large this lens is, because online it looks small, but there's nothing like the first impression, the initial impression of unpacking a lens and seeing it for the first time live. I mean, there's one thing looking at it online, but there's another thing of actually holding it in your hand and seeing how it is. So the first thing I noticed is that it's actually quite light, but it is a bit bigger than I had expected. And the only thing that actually comes inside of the box is the lens, and here's the manuals. There's no lens hood for this lens. So let's unpack it and see what the first impression is like. This is a nice lens. I mean, it's not too light, it's not too heavy. It feels quite nice actually, and the build quality seems it's a bit plastic, but the overall impression is that it's actually quite very well built. And we can see on the back we have our back cap, and on the front we obviously have the front cap. And what I immediately notice is that the diameter of the lens is 43 millimeters, and the glass itself isn't as big as I thought. So it will be very interesting to see how this lens will actually perform out in the field. Now, one of the reasons for my choosing this lens is that I'm going to specifically use it for shooting real estate videos. I'm going to put it on a gimbal, and I'm also going to put it on a Steadicam. And yes, Steadicam is actually in 2024 still a thing, and I'll show you why. You did notice on opening this video that there's a Canon C300MKiii right beside me, and there's a good reason for that. And the reason being, I mean, look at how small this system is. This is 16 millimeters. This is 18 millimeters on the wide side. I mean, it's a bit of an unfair comparison, but look how small you can actually get away with. Now, there's no way I'm actually going to fly with this thing on a gimbal or on a Steadicam. It's much too large. And I still have this one. This is an older mechanical Steadicam. It's a Steadicam Solo. Unfortunately, it's no longer available, but it's actually a really nice little Steadicam, and I don't have to be tethered up to batteries and such. I mean, you can imagine me not flying this thing on this gimbal, the Steadicam, but I will fly this one very easily and get very nice and stable shots. So that is one of my reasons for choosing the 16mm lens. And it's also very interesting to see how small a footprint you can actually get away with these days. I mean, this was an excellent package for its day, but it is quite heavy, and the older I get, the heavier things I get. I'm not that old, but I mean, you need to drag everything out in the field, and that is where this little package will come in quite handy. So let's just attach it to the camera itself. We push in this button here, take off the front cap of the lens as well. Just gonna put this down, take off the back cap of the lens, and there's a little red dot here, and there's a red dot on the lens, on the camera, and those, when you align those, you hear this click. And the first thing I notice is that the weight. I mean, this weighs practically nothing compared to this one. So yeah, I think this 16mm lens will fit my needs really well. And I mean, obviously this is a full frame camera, but you can also set it to shoot Super 35, which will give me the same focal length and same field of view as on the C300 Mark III, which is a Super 35 sensor. My initial impression of the lens is that it's actually quite nice. I'm so far very happy with my purchase. I'm very happy with how small this package is. On the front of the lens, we have a control ring. Now, as far as I understand, this ring can be set to control either the iris of the lens, and I think that's a nice little touch. I would perhaps prefer to have that ring in the back, but okay, it is what it is. Or you can also set it to control your focus, whether it being a manual or auto. So overall, my first impression of this lens is really is that it's a nice lens, and I think it's quite a nice investment. I mean, it's not it's a rather inexpensive lens. It's certainly a lot cheaper than that one, even though this is a different lens because that has an 18-35. So you know, the comparison isn't that fair. I could obviously go with a 14mm lens, but that lens would still be bigger than the 16mm on the RF system. So RF is definitely the way to go forward for Canon, and I think this camera unfortunately will be sold off and will become obsolete as the more RF lenses are introduced into the market. So anyway, I hope you did find this video useful, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to my channel. There's a lot more stuff like this coming, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.